Hi guys, I'm Keith, and this is my video about my 1959 Tweed, High Powered Tweed Twin amplifier that I recently acquired. Found it in central British Columbia, Canada. The original family still had it in their possession. The original owner from 1959 had passed along. And the amp was in storage for decades. Yeah, I haven't plugged it in yet. I'm not going to. It needs to be serviced. The bias cap here, when I took it apart, had blown apart. I found a 10 amp fuse in the fuse holder. So I think that's why this has failed. More than likely. It was probably blowing fuses. And they upped the amperage of the fuse and eventually cooked the bias cap. The amp looks mostly original. I'm a little bit concerned about the power transformer not being original, but whatever. It is what it is. That's how I found it. There's a couple of wires coming out of the power transformer, heater wires going down to the heater circuit here for all the power tubes. Usually Fender amplifiers had two wires going to the pilot lamp as seen here, and then going from the pilot lamp down to the heater wires. So there's two separate sets of heater wires here. Everything else appears to be pretty original as far as I can see. I can no longer read the tape. It's there, but the name is gone of the builder. Overall, the amp's in pretty decent shape. The knobs all work, the exception of the presence knob here. It's seized solid, so I'm going to have to change that. I put the proper fuse in there. I'm going to do a small service here, the bare minimum that I have to get it running, and then see how it sounds and go from there. Speakers are original 1959 Jensen P12Ns, dated 46th week of 1959. Original power cord. Tube chart is in very good condition and legible. The date is IL, which is December of 1959. The serial number written on the tube chart there matches the chassis A00714, which tells me this is one of the last Fender Tweed high-powered Tweed Twin amps built. When I bought the amp, the owner had two 1959 amps. The other was his 59 Deluxe. I picked that up from him as well. They were both in storage. A little bit of water damage here on the Tweed, but minor. I think it looks fine. I've already serviced this one. I took the original handle off and stored it. It's about to break. Here it is. A little bit nervous. Every time I picked the amp up, I was worried the handle was going to snap on me, so I put a reproduction one on there and stored the original. Back to the 59 Twin. I already pulled out the B plus caps, the power supply capacitors, and I've tested them with the ESR meter, and they actually don't show too bad. One of them's got a little more resistance than the others, but I'm probably going to put those back in and reuse them. I think so. Handle, excellent condition. Chrome, not bad. Some pitting, to be expected from an amp that's from 1959. Tweed's a little aged, but man, it's nice. I like it. There's the front of the amp, grill cloth, decent. Again, a little bit of water damage down here, but you know, I think this is going to be a real beauty when she's done. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do here in separate videos and see where we go from there. This is my junk room. I got a bunch of Fender amps, you can see here. Guitars. Anyways, welcome to my cave.